jump into things.
Yep. So,
Cool.
hello
My
everyone.
voice is already tired.
God damn it.
Already talking so much about Amatsuka Uto. I'll go and do the intro.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, we're waiting on you.
Hello everyone. My name is Hua.
Oh wait, let me check the Amatsuka Uto's Twitter real quick. Give me a second.
Doing this on purpose.
Dude, my Twitter notifications have not been working on my phone, so I've not been getting any like
You're doing this
notifications.
on purpose. I know that.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Like and retweet. Okay. We're good now.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good now.
Hello there everyone. Welcome to Virtual Scuff. My name is Hua, and this is my co-hosts Al and Ray.
Hello.
Hi.
And we all are like streamers on Twitch. Usually we play a variety of games. Most of us plays League often.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I can just read this Romani and just understand everything.
Okay.
Sorry.
And
So,
on today's topic, we're talking about like VTuber agency. Should you join it or should you be an indie VTuber? And we'll go from there. What are your guys' opinions on it? Like, should you join or like should you audition to see if you can join a VTuber agency or just like stick at where you are right now and be a indie VTuber?
how I see it, there are a couple perks I see,
Mm-hmm.
right? In joining an agency. Number one, your wage is definitely a lot more stable,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because indie, you're kind of running everything yourself,
Yeah.
right? There's that. There's like support that you're getting because you get a
Yeah.
manager and some people, you maybe even like running analytics, stuff like
Yeah.
that. They can
And
give you advice on the business side of things.
yeah, and then they can look at the contract and you won't get scammed and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. I mean, some VTuber agencies will have pretty scummy contracts, so you have to be a
Not, I
responsible
meant
adult when it comes to
I
those
didn't
things.
say the contract of like them, but like trying to find other people to work with and like if
Oh,
they're a
yeah.
good agency, like they'll help you and like help you push for that, like what you're trying to go for, like a music video or like a design of some kind or like emotes or
Yeah.
something.
And the other thing is, I'd say is like connections, right?
Yeah,
Because there's always a certain amount of clout that you have when you're part of an agency,
yeah.
right? That you don't really have as an indie. For
Mm-hmm.
example, my queen, Amatsuka Uto, all right? Pretty much she joined Voice Ore, right? And joining Voice Ore, which is a literal VTuber talent agency that focuses on getting their talents for voice acting gigs, right? Have like a little bit some push and pull in like the voice acting world, or like business, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That will just naturally help her, and they will be able to help her just better easily navigate or get like gigs, right? And parts,
Yeah.
right? That maybe Uto would not have been able to get like on her own, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are big things really. It's like stability, right? Hopefully, you know, some agencies have imploded, right? But supposed stability, right?
Yeah, the good one,
Connections, exactly. Yeah, connections and support. Like connections slash opportunity. I
Yeah.
would say is like the three biggest things why someone might want to join an agency.
But here's my take. Agencies stinky. Turns VTubing into a job. Disgusting.
But don't
Just
you
have fun
want
with it.
to stream, like, be a regular streamer as a job?
Sure, it'd be fun, but be locked bound by contracts, have to do certain things with certain people at certain times. Like I hear a lot of agencies end up falling down. Stinky.
Yeah.
I just want to do my own stuff when I want with people I want to do it with. Equally, what do you hear more about drama wise? Agency drama or indie drama?
I
It's
mean,
always them agency dramas.
there are
A
a
It's
lot.
couple,
it's totally not just because agencies are more popular.
and they're more in the news, and people have, like, more
Yeah,
eyes on
totally
them.
not that.
I guess that's like a preference thing, right? I feel like in
Yeah.
that sense, an agency wouldn't really be for you because this definitely would be more constricting, right? So because there's been, let me think, there's the whole Zaion thing in Nijisanji, which is pretty
Yeah.
wild. A lot of censoring going on. Nijisanji has been censoring their talents a little more harder than others.
Yeah.
For example, Gundo Mirei, do you know the Japanese Nijisanji?
Yeah, yeah. I think she got
Right?
fired. She didn't get fired, but she like quit, didn't she?
I think I forgot. It was either graduation or they terminated. I don't think they could terminate her, but I think it was they're like heavily pressuring to her, like they let her go,
Yeah.
right?
Or pressuring her to like quit, basically.
Yeah, it's cause pretty much there was like I think it was like a big
It
like
was
Japanese like baseball tournament,
yeah, it was a
right?
baseball thing.
Yeah, and then Gundo, I mean she doesn't really know baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like along the lines of it's like, haha, it's like, oh, did this guy troll when he did this, right, or something like that, effectively,
Mm-hmm.
right? She didn't know better.
Yeah.
The fucking like Japanese baseball like fan base just absolutely like railed and like attacked her,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
But Nijisanji is always the one that like takes the side of like the people rather than the talents.
viewers, yeah, and the talents.
Yeah, not even viewers, they didn't even watch her,
Yeah.
right? It's more like public perception where it's like, oh, a lot of people are against Gundo Mirei. It's like we gotta like curry to their favor, right?
Yeah.
So then they suspended her, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they suspended Gundo, and then Gundo had to apologize. It was so much like a company pressured apology. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I said something so offensive, and you're like upset. It's just like everyone's like, bro, you did nothing wrong. It's like,
No.
but yeah, it was just like things like that. There's the Kyo
Mm-hmm.
1 2 that was pretty wild, and the
Yeah,
Zaion.
and like a lot of
But yeah.
Nijisanji VTuber are leaving.
Yeah. And then I mean obviously it's not just Nijisanji.
There's other,
I'm
but like,
sure yeah. I think Hololive like Hololive's like less intense,
mhm.
right? I would say. Or like forceful about it.
They're
But
more
I
middle
do
ground.
think that I do think Hololive has more like NG topics than Nijisanji, right?
What do you mean by NG?
Uh-huh. I mean, they're more idols, right? So there's, I believe, there's a big conversation like before
It's
there were the
probably in
English
their
talent.
contract saying like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, or it'll be breaching the contract more than anything.
Yeah,
They probably just
because
have a
a
better
big,
network.
Mm.
yeah,
help.
a big argument, when people talked about Nijisanji versus Hololive
Mm-hmm.
was that Nijisanji was a lot more effectively unhinged or like a lot more open and like crazy,
Yeah.
right? While Hololive felt like, I mean, Hololive is still chaotic. I'm not saying it was organized, but Hololive was almost organized chaos,
Yeah.
right? Or like there are definitely some like restrictions that like they just weren't allowed to do,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm. Yep.
While Nijisanji, it was like, hey, they're
It's
like,
just
hey, like
here's your
you can make
VTuber.
whatever you want.
Here's your
Yeah, it's like
VTuber.
you can
Just
make
do
whatever
whatever.
content you want. Yeah,
Just don't breach like YouTube or Twitch term of service kind of guideline
yeah,
Here's your
thing.
model. Fuck around and find out.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only clear exception would be Coco, right? But
Yeah.
like Coco was like revolutionary, but like Coco's energy, you know what I'm saying? That kind of like definitely like crossed lines and like Hololive.
Yeah.
That's like that was the majority of like definitely like that was like not
It
the
helped
majority, but
bump.
that was like a lot of Nijisanji VTubers in Japan.
Yeah.
So they were just a lot more compared to Hololive. I'm not saying that made them better, but I'm just saying there was a lot more going on, especially
Yeah.
with like Nijisanji having like 100 VTubers under their belt.
Yeah. And it
So
was like they also like pump out like every like a group like every 2 months or so. It feels like
Oh yeah.
yeah, they pump out their things. I
yeah.
think that's its own problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
but
think
like Hololive is just like we'll get one or maybe two group a year.
yeah, and I think that leads to some problems because it's like when it comes down to it,
Mm-hmm.
because you know people have talked about that where it's like, oh, it's like Nijisanji towns are not getting as much support because they don't have enough like management and things like that to
Yeah.
like support them all, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like I think it was something about like Nijisanji and it's just like, oh, like only one, there's like a manager per 2-3 talents, right? Which is like pretty rough,
Yeah, that's
right?
like hard on the manager itself. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. So, that's just so like for me, it loops around back to like agency versus indie,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's that once you're under an agency, you're low key at the mercy of how well your agency is able to run it,
Yep.
right? The agency runs itself to the ground. It's low key taking you down with it, right? Like obviously, like I think at least a part of your fan base, or if they're kind enough to like let you still use like your identity,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
Like past the agency's life,
yeah.
right? Or just things like that, right? Where it's just yeah, like you're part of the company. So if the company goes down, you're going down with it.
Yep.
right? So you know, you got to be careful. There's a lot of VTuber agencies that really fell down because I think definitely it's just the CEOs and the upper management. They thought it was a get rich quick scheme. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like VTubers are popular. Let's just make a company real quick, make some money, and like we're done with it, right?
Mhm.
They're not really ready for the longevity. Like they're not actually ready to like support
They're seeing it as a
multiple
quick
talents.
cash grab.
Yeah, exactly. For like long periods of time, right? Like they aren't really ready for that kind of responsibility. And so when things go bad, right,
And
they
when they
just kind of
do,
end it.
yeah.
Because newsflash, right? Running a talent agency isn't like you're not gonna get money immediately, right? It's expensive, an expensive venture. So when they see that little revenue number go negative or zero, they just cut their losses, right?
Yeah,
But
and
like,
try and grab all
yeah,
the money they can and get basically.
yeah, but like they gotta be ready for that commitment. Like
Yeah.
Hololive and Nijisanji started in very, very, very humble beginnings. And I'm sure they were barely making any money, if not losing money every year, right? Because
Probably,
like
yeah.
VTuber
Or
was
at
like
least,
really,
like, if anything, they'll probably hit even, which is probably the best thing to have in like starting a business. Like, if you hit even at the end of the year, that I would
yeah,
say that would be like a really good starting point as a company.
yeah. Because yeah, VTubing was really, really niche, right?
Yeah,
So they
really
were definitely
niche.
they were not getting a lot of numbers,
Mhm.
right, in the beginning. But you know, thank God, you know, they still kept
Yeah,
going at it. But
and
that's what I'm
then
saying,
they
right? It's
exploded because of COVID, basically.
but yeah.
Like,
Everyone was at home looking for something to watch, something to do.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I think
and
that's a negative about agencies. Go ahead.
what about you, Al? You were gonna say something about indies.
About why I prefer indies.
Yeah, like why do you prefer indie over agency?
It's just I don't know. They seem like they're having more fun.
But then
They're
what?
just consistently just doing what they can pretty much almost guarantee they want to do. And I'm sure there's some who just fall for the traps of just do what Twitch wants, but or YouTube, I guess, or whatever
Yeah,
platform they're on.
yeah, like other platform. And
Yeah,
you notice like an explosion of VTubers nowadays.
yeah, like us.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's more fun. Seems less dramatic to me.
has, but then once you get into a drama,
I mean, yeah, there's no like company backing you. It's just
yeah,
it's you backing you.
and
That's fine.
then are they gonna take the word of yours or someone else's? Is gonna be the thing, especially like who you're up against.
Yeah, that's fine. Your fans will still be with you, and then other people may come and leave, such
Mhm.
as life.
Okay, then who's your guys' favorite agency, and who's your favorite indie right now?
With the tough questions.
That's a crazy question to ask. Probably Hololive,
Mhm.
agency wise. Indie VTuber. Let me think. It was Amatsuka Uto, but she's joining Voice Ore now. So like that's out of the window now.
I mean, is she using the same avatar in that agency, or is it a different?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Shigure Ui. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good
She's
one.
the one that did Sana da 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 Nijisanji Gomenasai Gomenasai wa kikoenai Lolika Requiem. That one, right?
Yeah,
Sing your heart out, goddamn.
yeah.
But yeah, Shigure Ui is really fun. Really good interactions with like other talents. Just really fun person. But yeah, Hololive's my favorite agency. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
How about you, Al?
Say, despite the fact that half the time they're not really considered an agency, I gotta give it to. I watch VShojo content. I
They're
consume so
technically an
much
agency,
VShojo.
man. They're
They are
technically,
an agency,
yeah.
but
Technically,
it doesn't get
yes.
thought of like that a lot. Just
But they
They're
compared
are.
more of
to,
like a fun.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think VShojo is a really interesting middle ground, like enigma of in the VTuber industry.
Because most people are used to agencies just keeping the IP, but VShojo's like, no, you keep that IP. That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd say my favorite indies. That's rough.
Now, is it gonna change over time, or is it gonna still be the
I
same?
I'm trying to figure out if it's already changed. Like, part of me wants to say Lord Aethelstan because
Uh-huh.
I've loved his content for so long, but like Buff Pups and Shia Bun as well. Oh, hey,
Buff Pup
what?
and
No,
who? Buff Pup and who?
Shia Bun. I'm trying to figure out if they're technically agency now because they're in Vichibon, but it's a group they made.
It
Wow.
depends, I guess.
Isn't
Are
that more
they
of like a VTuber team? Like,
or
well,
Yeah,
VTuber
technically
actually,
it
group?
it
is.
depends. it depends on how complex like the infrastructure they created is,
Yeah.
I think it's
right?
mostly just a group.
For example, things like offline TV,
Yeah.
right? They
Mhm.
are there are almost just a group of talents living in the same house, right? But I believe there's
Mhm.
like legitimate infrastructure like inside of it.
Like
Like
there's managers and stuff like that.
I believe there is like a manager or
Well, at
like
this point,
or someone is managing them at like in amongst the house. I don't know who,
Mhm.
right? But like there's actually like a little bit like of like actual official stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
Cause they're I'm sure they're like a genuine group, right?
Mhm.
With like maybe business shit. I'm not too sure. Right.
I don't know. I haven't kept up with
So,
offline
but I
TV.
wouldn't call that an agency. I'd call it like a business or like
Yeah.
yeah,
I
It's a
think it's like a
business
step down.
group. A business
Yeah.
group more than an agency.
I think it's a step down, I think. But I wouldn't call them indie either.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to say it's Buff Pub, just honestly because good old Lord Aethelstan
Uh-huh.
has most of it just been doing IRL content.
No. Because you don't
He's
count
just
him as a VTuber now.
he just be making normal content now, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then have you guys heard of any VTuber drama as of recently?
Say it again.
Any VTuber drama as of recently? Is there anything? I know I mentioned one to you guys before we started this podcast. The one about
Yes.
idol and
Yes.
termination of.
It's a little wild. In general, I don't want to get too much into it because truly drama, there's like always more to the story, and I barely know anything about it.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to like form like a hard opinion.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, dating your manager is a no-no. Like in
Yeah.
business, just in general. Like
But
someone dating a higher up is
having
typically
a
not a good
relationship
sign.
and
yeah,
just like with a coworker almost is kind of
But
like
Yeah, but it's
possibly.
they're not even at the same level. It's like
Yeah.
manager and talent. There's like a little bit of like a little power disparity
Yeah.
that makes things just a little just a little
Like,
weird about the whole
yeah.
situation.
A little conflict of interest.
Yeah,
Right?
but like,
Who knows? It might be more complex than that,
mhm.
but
Or like maybe that manager hired her and got before they were even like date. They were dating
yeah,
before they got
that,
hired.
then that starts leading into like nepotism,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think too much of it. I think it's just the way it looks at face value. It just does not sound
Yeah,
that great of a situation for the people involved. But yeah.
yeah, but do you think how Idol like responded with it, like how they did it and like terminating and putting all the reason onto that paper and being very apparent with it?
Oh, like straight up exposed.
Yeah.
That's a little excessive.
Yeah.
I think being let go quietly is nothing wrong,
Yeah.
right? No one really be the wiser. Let the rumors spread.
Yeah, but then there's the other fans where it's like for other agency like, oh, why can't you be as transparent with why these guys got let go? But
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm fine with companies not being 100% transparent, talent agencies, right? Wise, because it's like everything is just going to be more complicated than like you can write down on a piece of paper in like one paragraph,
yeah,
right? And like it's just I think it's just not worth it, right?
yeah,
Being like transparent. Like you're a business, right? It's like I think if you're a business, you don't want to advertise that one of your main managers, right? That's just bad for business, right?
yeah,
Like there's a little part I said it's like, oh, that's a little severe for like the people involved. But also, I think it's just bad for business that one of your main company leaders did something like that, right?
yeah. But he
So
got
like
fired.
they definitely yeah, but it's bad that it happened in the first place,
Yeah,
right? So I'm fine with companies being vague because like they want to protect their they want to protect the business, right? I have nothing against them for that. Like obviously in a perfect world they would be 100% transparent, right?
yeah.
But then like just realistically that is not something a company can do,
And it's
right?
just
So I
like
feel like people shouldn't hold them up on that,
it also
right?
is like degrading the person that was playing as that VTuber model.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like degrading them in a way, and then they can't fight back because of contracts.
Like
So,
for example, like shitty situation, right? I feel for her, but Zaion, right? I'm just go
yeah,
back to her.
yeah,
Right? Nijisanji was definitely just wanted to get her out as quickly as possible,
yeah. After
right? But they
Like,
did it in such vague, like indirect ways,
yep.
right? And like Nijisanji, the company, right? They can't be transparent about that, obviously. They can't be like, yeah, we don't like the direction that like Zaion is going, so we're gonna let her go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's just bad. That's just bad for business, right?
Yeah.
That's not their kind of that's
That's-
not the image that people
that's-
have of him,
Yep.
right?
No.
Because people want to go to Nijisanji to show their talents, like do their own thing, right?
Yep.
So Nijisanji can't type that down, right? So it was smart of them, right? I think what they did was pretty of an asshole move, right?
Yeah.
But
It's
as
pretty
like
much.
in a logical sense, right? Nijisanji definitely should not be transparent in that
No.
scenario,
Nope.
right?
Like
So
Hololive, I feel like they can be more transparent on like what they do stuff.
I don't know. It
Like-
depends. Again, everything is so situational, right? I can't say that all companies should be transparent or all companies should be
or
not
say
that
transparent in some type of way. Like maybe not full transparency, but like give them like a little bit like of a hint kind of deal. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like hints either, because like that was just like really dangerous speculation, right?
True.
The rumor mill is a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just weird, right? They're a business, and naturally businesses are thinking about. I'm not saying but I'm not saying 100. That's like 100% of their thought process. But when it comes down to it, companies and businesses like Hololive Nijisanji, they care about making money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, to an extent, right? Obviously, I don't think 100%, right? Otherwise, they'd be treating the towns like shit, right?
Yeah.
But
That'll
they
be
care
a
about
black
that.
company.
Exactly, right? But when it comes down to it, they care about those things. They're taking your money, right? Whether it's willing, like you're willingly doing it, so you know it doesn't have to be a problem. But they're taking your money, right?
Mhm.
And that's okay. I would willingly give money to Amatsuka Uto and voice right now, right? That's like that's not a problem. But they have to think about those things, and you can't really hold it against them because
Yeah.
that's their fucking thing. They're a company,
Yeah.
right?
They're trying to
You
make
can't
money.
be like, what the fuck? Why are you not transparent? Like they're not your friend, right? When it comes down, they're here to take your money. All right,
Yeah.
they're a business. So I don't know. I think it's okay. It's valid that you feel angry if a company that you trust is not being as transparent as you want to be. Like your
Mhm.
feelings are valid, but you also just have to understand like that's just kind of the way the world is gonna work.
That's how business works.
Yes, this is just how it's gonna work out, and the sooner you accept it, then the better you will be. I think I don't want to say you shouldn't feel upset, but I'm saying the easier it will be for you to accept that you are upset is the best way to put it. Like, oh, I'm upset, but I understand, but I'm still upset. But like you can work through your emotions because you understand like why.
Acceptance is the first step.
Yeah. So that's how I feel. That's my
Mhm,
thoughts about company transparency.
Speaking of company, have you played Lethal Company yet, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get them quotas.
Yeah.
I've been talking my ass off right now.
I know.
Hoa. So
Yeah.
state your thoughts about it.
It is a really
I'm not-
fun game.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It is really fun.
Yeah.
And like they're gonna come out with a new update, and there's gonna be 2 new enemy and like a bunch of hot fixes, or not really fix it, just making it a tad bit more easier.
Quality of
and-
life changes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say easier either, because like the giant, you can definitely get away even if you aren't being stupid and like using all your stamina bar up at once and trying like a mad dash towards the ship, but like enter the building and it would be like a fucking enemy there immediately. It's like the worst thing that can happen, and I feel like that can just ruin a run like immediately, especially if you're really far into the game.
That's fun though.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
it
funny. It makes it hard.
That's like, I don't know, the game's success I think is gonna ultimately be its own downfall, because the less people know about it, the more fun it is. The more people start to know about it, the less fun it becomes. And it's just then you're just tryharding. And it's not
Yeah.
a game that I think benefits from tryharding.
No,
But right now, hella goofy. Love playing it, love watching it.
yeah, I wouldn't
It
say
just scratches that itch.
I wouldn't say it's bad that more people know about it. It's definitely like a niche, but like it's definitely fun trying to get more people because you got your friends to play it, didn't you, Al?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was gaming with
Mm-hmm.
more regularly.
And you didn't even want to play it in the first place. After you played it,
Nope.
you got
I didn't know anything about it. And I was just like, it looks hella goofy, and then started playing it, I'm hooked.
and then you're hooked just like Fastball.
Yup.
Yeah. Like it's not even horrifying. it's more excitement from like, oh, I need to do this, but you better watch out or something might kill you.
Yeah, a little bit of jump scares here and there, which
Yeah,
I don't love.
Like, goddamn, does the coil head scare the shit out of me sometimes?
That's what scares you?
Yeah, because they literally pop up out of nowhere for me sometimes.
Yeah, but you hear him thunking. It's the bracken that's real. It's a real bitch.
Yeah, when you know there's a bracken, you're like, this is either gonna be a game ender or a game winner. It can never
Aura.
be. It can never be either or. What was the worst run you ever had? Do
I
you
went in with my friends. We
Mhm.
all got murdered. 2 of them fell. I was one of the 2 that fell. It's pretty embarrassing. We were just on first quota.
Oh my god. No.
First quota, we didn't even make
I,
it. It was rough.
I feel like for my worst run, and this was when we first played, it was me, Hero, and Nas were all like going together and trying to figure out what to do. And
Mhm.
Hero, like, we all noticed the bomb, and Hero just like went closer to us, and we were all in the same room, and we just all just blow up, and Maratsu just was in the distance,
Yeah.
just seeing this happen.
Yeah.
And I think I have it on stream somewhere, so I just need to like get it, clip it, and just be and put it out somewhere. But like, goddamn, it was just all I heard was beep 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 boop, immediately. Like, what just happened? Kind of deal. How about you, Ray? What'd you think?
It's an okay game.
Wow.
Not your
Honestly,
passion.
Have you
nah,
played it?
I'm not into horror game, being startled, being frightened, just anything like that, like at all,
It's not
I
even
right?
used
that
to think the
But,
scary.
same, and now I'm hooked.
huh?
It's not even that
I,
scary though.
yeah, it's not even that scary. I just don't like feeling that way, like at all in general,
Mhm.
right?
It's
I
okay.
recognize I'm not as scared as if it was like a legit horror game.
Mhm.
I'm not as scared as that, but I still just don't like getting scared, right?
Mhm.
I don't like
Okay.
it when I'm alone and it's just like fucking I'm like guys
No,
and like no one's talking, right?
I
But
usually
um
hold on to someone's hand and guide them before they
yeah,
get comfortable with the game. That's what I
I
usually
um
sent
do.
my friends in alone.
Okay,
yeah, my
you're
friends
just a
invite me to
dick.
play. I don't play too. I'm definitely more of a social gamer. I don't really invite people to play. Right? I
You
think
mean
I had
antisocial?
a choice on what game to play, like on my own. I'd never pick Lethal Company. But if someone invited me to play Lethal Company, I wouldn't hesitate to say no either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think I played Lethal Company like a total of like 3 sittings, right? So maybe a total of like 12 hours or something.
No, the
Not too
game
long,
is not
not too
that.
much.
No, it's 3 sittings. How long is one
Yeah.
sitting for you?
I
4
don't know,
hours
maybe
by
like
that math.
4 hours. That's why I said
Okay.
around like 12 hours,
Oh, okay.
right,
I was
of
gonna
Lethal
say like
Company total.
3 sittings, and I was like, how's that equal 12 hours?
Man's a gamer. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
game.
Yeah.
He's gonna game.
But yeah, I don't know. I play it. I'm like, this is fun. It's a little funny,
Mm-hmm.
but like that's kind of it. I'm not really into it, so I feel like the funny moments in like Lethal Company that happens with my
Also, the
friends.
only monster that genuinely like scares me is the fucking little girl.
Yeah.
The fucking
Oh,
ghost girl.
um, the mods is really cool though.
Yeah.
I always like games that are really open about mods,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because that just leads to just a lot more interesting things. I think my friend added SCP-173, I believe, the little peanut that like only moves
Uh,
when you're not looking at it,
yeah. So
right?
basically, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fucking scared me, bro.
Yeah,
They're like, dude, look away. I'm like, okay,
It's the
okay.
coil head, but silent.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well,
pretty
no,
good.
SCP, whatever. It also makes noise.
Kind of, but it
Yeah,
more just oh my emotion to ruse your ass.
Hmm.
it does. It really does. But yeah, it's fun. Not my style, but it's
Hmm.
fun, right? Not
You
my
met the
cup of
ghost
tea.
girl yet?
Huh? I've had the ghost girl once. Though we instantly died before like anything really happened. So like
But you
I
instantly died
I didn't
before
really
anything
experience
happened.
it. I
Oh, there's
think there was
Scuff.
like a jester, Mr. Shadow Man. There was one more thing, I don't remember. But there were like 4 other monsters that I saw the girl and I'm like at this point, like I'm just registering everything. I'm barely registering everything. I'm like, "Oh, okay, another monster." Like I low-key got jaded cuz like I knew I was fucked.
You're gonna get
Like might
screws
as well.
anyway.
Yeah. So,
So
you know.
if that happened, would you rather just take the fall and just like jump off somewhere, or
Um I'll probably take off my headphones and just walk away.
Just
damn,
fully
I don't like
gone.
being started at all. Like if
uh,
anything goes bad, I immediately just take off my headphones and like
walked away?
Yeah, like look away from my monitor. Right.
But that's where you get the most intense scream happen.
So Five Nights at Freddy's stream when?
I don't think he's played
Yeah,
it.
never.
Damn.
I've had the amount of time I've played it. I think I've had the ghost girl like 4 times already, which is an insane amount.
No.
Me and my friends almost never make it to dying.
No,
It's
it's not
sad.
even dying. She can just show up anywhere. It doesn't even matter.
Anywhere?
Yeah, she can show up on any map.
No, have yet to personally see her, but
I can show you a clip of when literally when me,
I've seen her in
Maratsu.
like content. But
I know, but like you need to experience how I experienced it because she showed up like immediately on the first, like as soon as I entered the building, turn right, and I saw her right standing there. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you here this early? But yeah, other than Lethal Company, what other game have you been playing? And League? I know we all play League.
Me?
Yeah, well, just all of us.
There are her other games.
I picked up Typing of the Dead last night again. Typing of the Dead Overkill.
Is that the one?
Do you know that game?
I think so. You
No.
just type like words and make sure that like those words are correct and it
Yeah,
the
it's
zombie,
a
right?
zombie shooter typing game. That is correct.
I'm
Yeah, I
not a
saw
quick or accurate
FuwaMoco
typer.
playing
I
it.
would die.
Right? Yeah. I literally only bought that game to like stroke my own ego because I'm like a really fast typer,
Wow.
right? And I know
Mhm.
it, right? So I just play that game just to shred zombies and just think to myself, it's like, yeah, I'm really good at typing.
Wow, stroke your own ego some more then.
So I only play that game because of that.
I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3 as of recently.
You really have been.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Granted,
Sure, I'll let you think that.
it's more fun with friends. It's like playing
Probably.
it by yourself is very boring. Playing with friends, very fun. It's like back in
I-
the old 360 and PS4 days,
I
PS3
feel like
days.
that's just games in general, though. Honestly,
I feel like yeah, but then there are games where it's just solo only, like story games and stuff like that, where it's just like I
nah,
guess.
I still have more fun with friends than that.
Yeah, nah,
Like playing Liza P with Hero, that was fun.
yeah, but you were chatting with each other. You weren't even
Solo
playing
games, but we're each playing the game solo, but hella fun.
which I haven't seen you guys done that in this past week.
But you stole him for SCP, and I also did not. No, I did D&D Wednesday. That's what I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't do anything with. I didn't do SCP with him on this Wednesday.
It was last Wednesday, and then I got jaded about it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Call myself out.
Damn.
See what you've done.
Don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Terraria though.
Yeah. Like
Solo
you're playing
Terraria, it's
on
been fun.
hardcore mode.
Solo expert, not hardcore.
Yeah.
Just expert world.
It's
Regular
gonna become
character.
hardcore mode, isn't it?
I'm pretty hard.
Okay.
I'm at a semi in Terraria right now.
Okay, so there's a map on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It's called Meat.
Of
Meat.
course.
Yeah, Meat.
I see.
And you can play on hardcore. And my friend was literally playing it. Yes, I was with them, and they were calling it hardcore meat. Let's play some hardcore
Yes.
meat.
The
And like they
hard
were saying
meat.
a lot of sussy stuff with them.
Yes. My kind of people. Maybe I should play Call of Duty. You know what? You talked me into it. Meat only.
Really, you're just being influenced real easily, man.
It
You good?
doesn't take much. No, I'm dying now.
Is it the one chip?
Oh,
Is it
not
coming
again.
back?
Never again. Until they make a new one chip challenge.
Oh my god. An even spicier one. Now with guacamole.
I don't even know if they will. I don't even know if they will after this last year's incident.
Yeah, because what? It was someone died from it or something, right?
Yeah, because some child got a hold of like several of them.
Oh yeah. I did hear
No
that.
one stopped them.
I feel like that's
But
on
yes,
the parents.
unfortunately, or the school. I think he took him at school, but that's on the teachers end as well. It's on both.
Yeah.
I don't know. Situation was just fucked
Yeah.
all around. Unfortunate.
There's drama everywhere, anytime.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be spilling work tea with my roommates all the time. Shit, there's always drama in the world.
Yeah. Let's hear some work drama.
Yeah, let me dox myself. Let me describe my specific workplace and everything else.
You can talk about drama and not say like the actual place.
Nah, my most drama is just I work with idiots, but
Oh, okay.
it's like everywhere.
Yeah. Or handling people that are idiots.
Yeah, that's also
Was it? Yeah. I teach
Yeah.
kids music as my job. The only drama I have is I have like one of my kids has like a helicopter mom, and like
Oh
my
god.
boss is like. My boss is like, Ray, it's like we need to like, because at the end of every lesson I have to like write a note to the parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
but apparently like if I don't write it in like a certain way, or like effectively me and my boss had to like write down like a criteria of like what I need to include in my notes, right?
Like very
Because
professional kind of writing.
yeah, because if she's not happy with the contents of the notes,
What the-
she'll send like daily texts and emails and phone calls to my boss.
Oh my.
And he's like, Ray, it's like, I'm so damn tired of this lady. It's like let's write a checklist to see what she wants
Mhm.
and like what to include in the notes so that she will stop messaging me. And I'm like, sounds
Damn.
good. So we had to brainstorm. It's like, okay, she wants this, she wants that, she wants this. She said she liked this from the past notes. So we wrote down like a whole like format template that I just copy paste and fill in, right? Because
Uh-huh.
she's so crazy, bro.
Oh
She's
my god.
she gave off so many bad vibes when I met her, bro. It's just like
Oh.
it's like ugh. Like the one that definitely like pushes like pushes them to do better, like kind of like never enough kind of a vibe, right? Like a little
Yeah.
controlling.
Like Nagisa's mom from Assassin's
Um,
Classroom, almost.
Maybe not that far, but yes, same vibe, like the same kind of bad vibe,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like not giving him a lot of agency,
Yeah. Or
right?
like freedom of like what he wants to do.
Yes, it's just it's like yeah, so it's a little weird.
I'm gonna take a guess. Is it an Asian?
No, it's exactly white. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
That gives off like like white Karen mom vibes. That's
Oh.
why.
Not the Karens.
Yeah, not the Karens.
I don't think I've ever met someone like with that type of vibe yet as a customer.
Oh,
But god
you're
damn,
lucky.
I would not want that.
I worked at Walmart once. Damn. Walmart just brings out the Karens. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like any supermarket will bring out the Karens. Doesn't have
But
to
I
be
did get
Walmart.
to I did get to have one of them go, I need to speak to your manager, and I was a customer assistant manager. So it said manager on my little tag, but like realistically, you're a supervisor, not a manager in that position. But I did the whole I was like, all right, let me go call them. I went over to the phone, picked it up, rehung it up, and then just turned to them and said,
Hi.
oh, I'm the customer service manager. How may I help you?
That is such. Yeah, I applaud you for that.
They were pissed and just left. And I told my assistant manager at the time, and he was dying laughing. Because he's like, yeah, there's nothing we could have done for her. And I was like, I know. So I decided to toy with her.
No, I've only worked as like a supervisor once at Vans, the shoe store, and that was like for like a year. And my manager told me that I couldn't be friendly with the associates for some reason, and I'm like, the fuck you mean?
Probably had too many people in the past. Fuck their coworkers once they were in charge.
Which I didn't. No, I don't do that.
Probably like, hey, you just can't be friendly. Too many past incidents.
But no, like it was me being friendly with like another associate of the same gender, and
No.
and she's saying like I can't be helping them and like being like friends outside of work with them, like hanging out with them outside of work. I'm like,
Tell that bitch to mind her business.
Yeah.
That's a work violation to worry about that stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
go back and report her.
Yeah.
See if she's still there. Report
and
her.
then
ass.
all like before, like when she first joined, she's like, you can't charge your phone in the bag. You can't eat or have food or stuff like that. I forget what it was, but like you can't like if you're going back there to grab a shoe, you can't have your phone out. I'm like, okay, but then
Right.
we'll
Trying to
we'll
helicopter
literally like
manager.
turn right and see her doing the same thing. Like what? Like
Yeah.
such hypocrisy is so annoying.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
workplace
not
standard.
positive. What's been like some really funny experiences? I think technically Al added on because I feel like the Karen was a pretty fun story, like
Oh,
and
yeah.
positive experience. But
I've worked customer service too long that I can flip anything into at
Yeah.
least I'd have fun.
No,
one
right
of my
now,
go ahead.
no, I say right now, all I have are like bad stuff or like stuff that will get annoying, like
Yeah.
get irritable, basically. So you go.
Yeah. Now, I have bad students. I'm teaching kids, right? They have a valid, very valid reason why they're annoying, right? Because they're
Mhm.
like 7, right?
Yeah.
the attention
You know, I'm not
span.
putting it
The
against
kids.
them, right? But some of them are older, like middle school, high schoolish, right? So
Mhm.
like they have like coherent thoughts,
Yeah.
right? Anyways, yeah, one of them, dude, such a Chad, right? She's so cool, bro.
Mhm.
Like, straight up, she just told me, it's like, I just told her, it's like, hey, it's like, what song do you kind of want to learn? She's like, can you teach me the opening to One Piece Red? And I'm
Oh.
like, shit! I was like,
Damn.
yo,
People.
my people. But yeah, And then I'm like, oh, it's like, you like One Piece? It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Right? I'm like, oh, is there any other anime you watch? It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm caught up with like Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. I'm like, my people. But yeah, she's really
One of
cool.
us. One
She's
of
really
us.
cool. Yeah, she's really cool. I think that's like, she's definitely like one of my more favorite students.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's just a Chad where like pretty much like sometimes like they're assigned songs for like performance bands or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He always just learns the song before I even get to him, right? We're just like, oh, did you get assigned a new song? He's like, yeah, I was like assigned like Back in Black by like AC/DC. I'm like, cool. Did you already learn it? He's like, yeah, I learned it yesterday. I'm just like shit, like I don't have to teach you anything.
Oh,
Cool.
God
I'm just here
damn.
for a paycheck with this guy.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Mhm.
Yeah. Overall, I like my job.
And you sound like I have a good job. My job is not good right now.
Yeah, my dad says I don't get paid enough because he says teaching is like a hard job, which I agree.
Yeah,
But like I
Yeah.
don't
it's
really
very
mind.
stressful.
Yes.
But god damn, if a teacher get paid more, that would be like a good thing. Like
Yep.
I
Be
feel
a
like
good thing, but with public schools,
yeah,
it's rough to get the money.
but it's the
It's got
government
to be a
paying
good
for it,
public
isn't
area.
it?
Kind of, but it's like more the local government.
Yeah, but still, local government does make a lot of money on its own still.
Yeah,
So they should definitely be able to pay teacher more.
that's fair.
Yeah.
My most
Anything?
fun work incident is I have one of my second assistant managers
Mhm.
complaining that they didn't get the first assistant job, despite the fact that they don't do anything at work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But what's funny is they keep complaining to me about it because they trust me, and I'm sitting there thriving on it because,
You just have it
unrelated to what
all.
we were talking about earlier, I may or may not be dating the person who got first assistant.
Oh.
And I'm just like, yes.
Damn.
Like,
Wilder.
yes, my person got the job.
Mm.
And they're all just like, I'm so mad it wasn't me. And I'm like, yes, keep that energy. Stay mad.
Wow. Congratulations on having a relationship.
Yeah, I've one life.
Yep.
I can VTube and have a relationship.
I can't.
Mhm.
That wasn't meant to sound like a personal stab. My bad.
No, it's still good, man. How would you say? Should you have a personal relationship if you're like an online content creator?
With another
What
content
content?
creator?
No, just in general.
In general.
In
Uh,
general.
Like a
I don't
publicly
see
known
anything.
relationship.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think it depends
Um,
on the type of
it's
content you make. Because, like, idle content is very much like, no.
Mm, Yeah.
People
I
will lose
feel
their mind. I personally don't think it's a problem, but, like,
That's just over in Japan and how parasocial they are, almost.
yeah.
And how
idle otakus are
parasocial.
dangerous.
Obviously there are exceptions,
Mhm.
but I feel like most relationships aren't inherently wrong,
Yeah.
right? Obviously exceptions, right? It's more of like how they work through it, right,
Yep.
or something, But yeah.
Yeah, fan bases get mad at relationships. You mind your fucking business.
The stare at you. You stared them down super hard.
Oh yeah, looking at you, Timmy.
Why did that make me laugh so much?
Some dude named Timmy just crying right now, like, oh, it wasn't me.
It's by some guy named Al, baby. I don't even know him.
I don't know. I haven't been in a relationship for forever.
I got
I-
into one just recently, and it was the most horrible thing to be in.
I see. I think it's just because I have crazy ex stories, right? So I've low key been like not into.
Yeah, don't worry. I've had a crazy ex just this past year.
Yeah.
I can tell you more
But
about
yeah.
it like when we're ending the recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
I had an ex who was in the Marines who was a femboy. It was weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I dated a Marine femboy.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And they cheated
Oh,
on
you're
me.
definitely the bottom.
They cheated
So you-
on me.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not the
Were you the
typical
bottom?
someone cheating on the military. No,
Were
they
you the
were.
bottom, or were they the bottom?
They were.
No shot, you were the top on a Marine. Even if it was a femboy, it's a
You
Marine
both were
person.
femboy. Two femboy, one
Oh,
on top and one on bottom.
that is true, actually.
Yup.
Were you just like in the middle, like side to side? You know what I'm saying?
or were you switching?
I mean, I
Like,
guess
like,
technically
level?
middle would have been most appropriate work because it's also a distance relationship.
I see. That is true.
No.
VR chat's
Okay.
wild. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay
Who's
away
the
from
one like
VR chat.
laying on their stomach and like twiddling like their little toes? Like kicking their feet up. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
Are you a pillow princess?
They're like, no, no, no.
He with the thigh highs on, kicking the feet.
Yeah, little finger pointing emojis, just like hee hee hee.
Okay.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Oh my god.
Please tell me, like, is that like an ironic question? I feel like
No,
that
that's
question
like a
came
serious question. I think from some.
like people's had and it became a meme, right?
Yeah, it became a meme.
God, I would hate to be asked that question.
I do it ironically. I
Because
do it
I'd be,
it's funny.
I'd just be
Like-
straight up. I'd be like, no, right?
Like, would you still
That's
have the thought?
bestiality.
Like, would you
You'd
still
be a
have the?
worm.
Would you still have the thought of like you as you are before you became a worm, or do you just
Huh?
like is your brain still thinking like do you still have the same thought process as you were before you become a worm?
No,
Like
your
if
brain
they
is the size
became
of
a
a
worm,
worm.
or if
Your
they
thought
are a
process
worm.
is go through dirt.
Like if they
Sustenance.
became a worm,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that like what it is?
I think
I still
so.
wouldn't. It just isn't it. Like
That
they can't
got
think.
transported
They
through
don't.
the
They
world
can't
as a
think anymore.
worm.
They don't have any. They barely have any neurons. There's no possible
Yeah.
way they have any coherent thoughts anymore. Like they are just a worm, right? Like they've been demoted. Like they went like a tier down in
But at
like
the same
the
time,
animal kingdom.
I don't think it's
those
a tier. I
VTubers
think
with
it's
worm
most
models.
tiers. Worm model. What?
Yeah, you haven't seen the worm
Oh
models?
wait, yes. I think
a
I know
while
what you're talking
back.
about. Yeah, with Nyanners and IronMouse.
Yep,
And Lord
Aethelstan. I
Hmm,
think Snuffy had one too.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like just everyone within the friend group.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
But
But yeah.
yeah, would you want to call it night now, or
Where's the time at? I think like an hour and a half is good. We can pad time.
no? We're almost at an hour.
Yeah,
We're at
Almost at
54
an hour?
minutes. Yeah, we're at like 54 minutes.
that's probably good
Interesting.
to call it here though.
We
Okay.
can call it here though.
Yeah.
Right. It is getting a little late.
Well then,
Right.
thank you guys
'Cause
for joining
someone
us.
was busy the
Yeah.
entire day. All right.
Someone.
Someone.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Someone.
We forgive you even if you made a mistake.
Yeah,
You
went
don't
out
worry.
forgive
and
it
play.
yourself?
Someone that went to play Lethal Company without us.
Huh? I was in a full party.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what they all
I
say.
was. There was 4 of us. Technically
Uh,
5.
Reasonable explanation and convenient. Right? Don't worry about it.
Well, you sound like Squidward.
It's not really a Squidward impression.
Now it is.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Ray?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more I like burgers. I'm like an In-N-Out kind of guy.
In and out. Yeah. Oh wait, I
I've
forgot
never
your
had
West
In-N-Out.
Coast.
That's
I'm more
right,
of a
West
five-
Coast.
I'm more of a Five Guys burgers and
Represent.
fries.
You want that Five Guys in you?
Dude, you bite the fries.
Do all
fried by its
Five
back,
Guys
my
have
man.
that free peanut barrel, or is that just the Five Guys I've been to?
I think it's all Five Guys.
Yep. You can just
All
scoop
Five
up
Guys
a
just have
bunch
a
of
free
peanuts.
peanut barrel?
Yeah.
That is
Yup,
crazy.
the one I've been to at least, which is
Yeah.
like
Dude,
3,
I
but
love like popping open the peanuts, but I hate peanuts.
still.
So
What do you
like
peanuts then?
when I go to Five Guys, you just see like a lot of like like open peanuts. But like I don't do anything
That's
with
how
them.
I
It's
know
just
you were
open.
there.
Now we
open
know
cases and
you were the
peanuts
peanut
left. I'm like,
popper.
Ray was here.
Yeah, you just see open peanuts just like and I just like sitting there and I just keep cracking them open. It's so satisfying.
There it is, guys. We found him.
We found him.
It's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna start interrogating everyone I see doing that. Like,
Mhm.
oh,
All right, sweet. We can call it.
Yeah.
If I host, I'm definitely doing like either a hentai tag tier list, Smash or Pass, Pokemon,
but you're
something like
hosting
around those
next.
lines. Or
I mean, you're
I am
next,
hosting.
man. Yeah.
That is correct. So I'll be deciding it. I might do a PowerPoint presentation on
Uh-huh.
the history of laundry mats.
Laundromat. But
Who knows?
okay.
Ah,
well,
yes. PowerPoint presentation podcast, very open for discussion.
mhm.
Yes.
Catch us next time on Virtual Scuff on YouTube. And yeah, catch us on our stream. We'll put up a link somewhere. And I hope you all a good night. Bye.